تەلەڤیزۆنی کامبرێتەوە بە دیدارتان شادەم. ئەم جارە پرسیاری زۆرم هەیە لەسەر کێشەیەک کە ئۆتۆمبیل وەک شوێنی یاریکردن و کات بەسەربردنی ناو بەکارێن. ئایا ئۆتۆمبیل لە بنەڕەتدا بۆ چییە؟
You can commute to work far away if you want to, if you have a car. If your work requires you can like go to locations for your work very easily. That simplifies things. You can carry your supplies and go places. It can help you get places faster. It might be more stressful, more costly, less safe, but you could get there 1 to 3 times faster than public transit.
ئەم دیمەنانەمان بەرچاوکەوێت کە مناڵان لەسەر سەقفی سیارەوە لەسەر جامی لاتەنیشتەکانەوە سەریان دەردێنن لەناو ئۆتۆمبیلەکاندا. دایک و باوکان دەڵێن منداڵەکانمان بیانومان لێ دەکرن دڵخۆش دەبن بەم کارەی کە دەیکەن. ئەبێ لەم کاتەدا دایک و باوک چی بکەن؟
So it's no wonder they start nagging and fighting with their siblings. Boy, I remember such car trips where my 2 little boys would be debating. Idiot, big fat pig. Idiot, big fat pig. Well, before you lose your cool and just add to the drama, try playing the fake dreams game with them. Tell everybody in the car, except for the driver of course, to close their eyes and make up a dream that they see. After the stories are ready, everybody takes turns sharing their story. If you're lucky enough, one or all of the kids drift into real dreamland. You can find tons of other fun car games on the internet. They'll definitely entertain your kids on a road trip while giving you some peace of mind as well.
هەمیشە مناڵەکان حەزەکەن لەسەر کۆشی دایکیان یان باوکیان لە پێشەوە دانیشن بە تایبەتی کە شۆفێری دەکەن.
Look, no hands, Nma, you're steering. No,
No.
Hey. Where are we going? Bump, bump. Good boy. Here we go.
Go into the fence.
No, good boy. Good driving.
One more.
Go on there, one more.
ئایا ئەمە مەترسی زۆرترە لەوەی کە لە دواوە دانیشن؟
Children are always safer in the back seat. The basic types of car seats are rear-facing infant seats, forward-facing child seats, convertible seats that can be used either rear or forward-facing, and booster seats for children who've outgrown their forward-facing seat but aren't big enough for adult seatbelts. Consider your child's age and size when picking out a car seat, and whether it's compatible with your vehicle's seats and seatbelts. Not all car seats will fit well into your vehicle.
بۆچی پێشەوە مەترسیدارە بۆ منداڵان؟ ئێستا من پێتان نەڵێم بۆچی. ئەزان بۆچی لەبەرەوەی ئەمە ئێرباگە ئەمە ئێرباگە ئەوەشیان ئێرباگە سەبا بۆتان بخۆینەوە ئەم شتە نووسراوە. Even with advanced airbags, children can be killed or seriously injured by the airbag. The back seat is the safest place for children. Never put a rear-facing child seat in the front. Always use seat belts and child restraints. See owner's manual for more information about airbags. Airbag چیه؟ سودی چیه؟
How do airbags work? They don't work. They chill and relax like me. Nah. Airbags save our lives during an accident with the help of a decomposition reaction. What? Yes. During an accident or collision, it just takes about 50 milliseconds for us to hit the steering wheel. So, there is very less time within which the airbags must inflate. Hence, when there is a collision, the sensors called accelerometers detect it and send electrical signal to an igniter. The igniter ignites a chemical propellant called sodium azide, which decomposes, producing sodium and a large volume of nitrogen gas. This gas instantly inflates the airbag. Now, since this whole process takes just about 30 to 40 milliseconds, the airbags blow before we hit the steering wheel, helping save our lives.
ئایا ئێرباگ زیانەکانی بۆ مناڵ چییە؟
Some parents think it's okay to ride with a child on their lap, but it's not. Crashes happen so fast and are so violent that you can't protect a child this way. Frontal airbags can be especially dangerous. In a crash, an airbag can hit a child or car seat with tremendous force.
زۆر جار لەنێو پاسی قوتابخانەکاندا منداڵان دێن دەڕۆن سەماعەکەن هەڵپەڕکێکن لە کاتێکدا کە پاسەکە دەڕوا. دەبێ منداڵان چۆن بن چی بکەن.
Go right to your seat, sit down, and get settled. The bus can't leave until you are sitting down. Use your quiet speaking voice when you are on your school bus. The driver must be able to hear. Once you sit down, you must stay seated for the whole bus ride. Even if the bus stops, do not change seats. You must always sit with your back in the seat, facing forward. Do not turn around in your seat. You must be seated properly in case the bus has to stop quickly. Keep your legs out of the aisle. This lets others get on without tripping. Do not snack on the bus. We want to keep the bus clean, and other riders may have food allergies. Do not open the school bus windows without permission from the driver. If your window is open, do not throw anything out of the bus. Keep everything, including your arms and head, inside the bus. There are things like telephone poles, trees, cars, and trucks that could hurt you.
لێرە ئۆتۆمبیلی پیکاپ زۆرن هەمیشە منداڵەکان لە دواوە سەر دەکەون. جاری وایە دایک و باوک منداڵ فێری لێخوڕینی ئۆتۆمبیل دەکەن.
When I was 16, my dad got me my first car.
یاسایی چەندە بۆ ئۆتۆمبیل لێخوڕین؟
I did not get my driver's license until I was in my early 20s. In my province, we have 3 levels of licensing for typical 4-wheeled vehicles: the G1, G2, and the G. The G1 is what most people consider to be the learner's permit, and it is what you gain when you pass the written part of the license test, regarding the rules of the road and traffic signs. It allows you to drive a car if accompanied by someone with the G license, but with a few restrictions. The G2 is gained after passing the road test, and it allows you to drive on your own, but with a few restrictions.
زۆر جار دەبینین لە ئۆتۆمبیلدا کورسیەک دادەنرێ بۆ منداڵ.
For all forward-facing seats, top tethers get attached to anchors usually on the rear shelf or on vehicle seat backs. Car seats in seating positions without latch are still safe if you use the vehicle's belt system correctly. In order to do this in some vehicles, you may need to use a locking clip. Remember, always use the top tether with a forward-facing seat. Keep in mind, a car seat that fits easily into one vehicle may not fit very well, if at all, into another.
ئەو کورسیە بۆچی و سوودی چییە؟
If the vehicle crashes, unrestrained objects keep moving at their original speed until they strike the vehicle interior. This is why infant and child car seats are so important. They hold child passengers in place as the vehicle's front end does its job of crumpling and absorbing energy.
ترە ببزانین ئۆتۆمبیل شوێنی یاریکردن و کاربەسەربردنی مناڵ نییە بۆ کارێکە بۆ گواستنەوە. ئێوەش ئەم پرسیارە لە خۆتان بکەن ئایا بۆچی هەمیشە لە ڕووداوەکانی هاتوچۆدا یەکەم جار منداڵەکان دەبن بە قوربان؟
Every year, many car accidents take place at speeds of 50 kilometers an hour or more. Children are especially at risk, and correct positioning of the child's safety seats is therefore very important. We will now take a look at what happens if your child is sitting forward-facing in a frontal collision. If the child is sitting forward-facing in a frontal collision, this exerts huge forces on the shoulder and neck regions, as well as on the child's head. This can lead to death or permanent injuries as paralysis. If your child is sitting rear-facing during a collision, the force will be spread over a greater area of the body, and there'll be less pressure on the neck, head, and inner organs. If your child sits rear-facing instead of forward-facing, this reduces the risk of serious injuries and death by more than 90%.
تا برنامەیەکی تر کۆمەڵێ پرسیاری تر و کۆمەڵێ وەڵامی تر هەمیشە دڵخۆش و شاد بن. بای!